Last thing I got was this. This was the really cool find, and it says music box, hand carved, dual movements, music from the movie Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeves and Jane Seymour, filmed on Mackinac Island. Original cost of the movements was $75, and that's
Hey, Bluegrass, can we go thrift shopping?
all right. It's garage sale time. I'm doing a voiceover on this part because they're playing "Take My Breath Away" from Top Gun. I just want to, man, I want to power wash that concrete. Ugh, it's so funny. You do it for a living and you just can't help but see it everywhere. Just a lot of random stuff here, but she has some really cool antiques. It's that wooden shoe. I don't know what those are really worth. I think she had $8 or $10 on it, so I just kind of passed it over. And that apple, there's an apple peeler right there. It says it has new blades on it. It was really cool, but she had $40, so I didn't really. I meant maybe be able to talk her down to 30. I don't know, but I just kind of left it. Right now in my hands is this vintage thing. I've never seen anything like it, and it has like where you put these plastic things between your fingers and make noise, like kind of like spoons. And that's a bell that was on some fishing boat off Oregon. But again, she had $40, so I just didn't think it was worth my time to mess with. She had 3 plates here, Japanese plates, that were $2 for all of them. I contemplated, went over and thought about getting it again, but I just never could pull the trigger on that one. And I'm looking at I need to get better with my cameras on my left straps. I need to hold it on the left of my body. I'll get better at that. But that was a cool print that she had, and it was signed by the artist. And then that's what I was really interested in, is this music box. My favorite thing about antiques, when you go to a garage sale, is when they have it already explaining everything about it, so you don't have to do the research. And I'll explain later a little bit on what exactly it is. A lot of random things there. And then she had all these necklaces that were $5 a piece, and they had a freshwater pearl on them, and a lot of them were shells from Oregon. I thought they're pretty neat. I like necklaces, so I grabbed one. She had these Blu-rays. I think they were $3, so it was just too much for me. And then Star Trek there. Thought about it. It was 5. Didn't really want to mess with it. That's about what I would put it in the booth for. So if I get those for $1, I get them. But otherwise, I just leave them behind. I had to start muting here because Lionel Richie Dancing on the Ceiling came on, which normally I like when they have music playing at a garage sale. Kind of makes the tension not so much, because a lot of people are wanting to get rid of stuff, and they're not used to negotiating and doing this, so they're like, you can tell they're like a little edgy and uncomfortable doing it. So I like when they usually play music, but not for you. And I was just looking at they had some PlayStation controllers, but they were like $5 a piece. I just didn't feel like it was enough for me to make much money on, so I left them behind. I was contemplating again on getting these. I can't remember how much they actually had the price for, but I just didn't know what they were. And the ends of the boxes were ripped, so I couldn't really sell it like the box to upsell on eBay. There's one other girl here looking at stuff. And you could tell that she's a reseller. She was constantly looking at something and then typing it in on eBay or comping it, looking to see if she could make some money on it. That's when I was like, okay, I better grab the stuff I want and stop just looking over. I'm gonna look to see what else I might want. Is this your? Another song came on, so I had to mute it again. I always go back and look at everything to see if maybe I missed something. I picked up those controllers again, and I probably could have made some money on it. I just didn't know much about them. They had some chords I probably should have looked into if they were. I just didn't. Sometimes you just, you don't. I'm not that thorough all the time. Kind of want to go on to the next place. I still had a couple yards to mow, and it was hot. That was for parts. It was a computer, $20. Probably could have made some money on eBay just selling it for parts. I hate messing with that because then you worry about if people see it or not, even though you put it in big bold. Um, This is a lamp they use for like workshop. I'm looking at here. It says it's been used once, but you know how that goes. That doesn't really help you much. It's not new in box. It's not new in box. It was kind of cool. 240 watt, I think it was, and it's made for like in a garage to help you see when you're working on your car. It has like a stand but it was $20, and I probably could have got 30 or 40 in my booth maybe, but it probably sat there for a while, so I just decided. Check out my socks if you can see them here real quick. I always wear opposite colored socks just to get a conversation going, or really I do it because I know there's a lot of judgmental, critical people out there that want to tell you that you're stupid, and so I like to give them something to laugh about because probably don't laugh much in a day, so give them something. I can take it. They can laugh at me. I just picked up that toy. It's a 1986 Brontosaurus. I thought it just looked cool. It looked good in the booth. Some things I just buy because it'll look cool displayed in the booth, and I'll get a little money out of it for $1. It's worth it to me. Right now I'm looking at it.
Plastic.
I need to get better with
at the bottom,
my camera, but
and it just over
I'm looking at a hummingbird feeder.
In the sun, so it just needs a new bottom. I think you can get them at like Menards in the hardware store. New bottoms for the hummingbird feeders.
It's hand blown.
Yeah.
You can be my elf, and I can be Santa, right? No.
Everybody wants to be Santa.
Two Santa. How about I can be real Santa?
Where are these from?
What's that?
These look neat. Do you know where these are from?
Jess, do you know where these are from?
No.
I think they're Japanese.
Probably from the Japanese store.
That's one thing I love to do too, is to ask them where they got it, where it's from, because they'll give you the best hints about before you have to go comp them. They might comp it for you basically. So I always try to ask and see. She seemed like she was like, I don't know.
Now I'm not quite ready because I told me. I know.
Hey, stop.
All right. Check me out. $1.50, 5 and 8. Hello YouTube world, my name is Anthony Long. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Picker channel. You came back. What? I'm sure glad you did. What I picked up in garage sales yesterday. Went to a garage sale and I was mowing, got done mowing, ran over there, and it wasn't on yard sale treasure map, so I always love those because there's less people hitting them. And it was on a Friday, so it was before the weekend. I didn't find a lot, but they actually had some antiques to buy. They had a few things that were $40. I may have been able to talk them down to 20, but even then, I don't know if it was really worth it. They were kind of cool, but anyway, one of the things I got was this 1986 Brontosaurus. I just thought it looked cool. And nothing special, but it says what it is down here at the bottom. I forget the name that made it. Anyway, I looked it up and it goes for about $10 to $15. It's been like 6 sold in the last 3 months, and there's like 4 or 5 up for a little bit more money. So I could probably sell it for $10 and plus shipping, but I'm probably just gonna put it in my booth and see if it sells there for $10. It just kind of looks neat, and it'll be kind of cool to sit in the booth. Next thing was I thought this was just neat looking. The colors, of course, it looks hand blown. I mean, it probably is just made in China, but it looks really neat, and I didn't know what it was, so I asked her, and she said that it was a top to a hummingbird feeder, and it's got the rivets here that you can buy one at the at Menards and put it on, and I'm like, huh, I can probably just sell it in my booth as a hummingbird feeder. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it was 50 cents. For 50 cents, I was like, yeah, that'll work for me. Someone else might just want it to hang. Who knows? But I'll put that in my antique booth too. Next thing I got was this necklace. I love necklaces. I love stones. It's just a shell, and this is a freshwater pearl from Oregon, is what she said. She had a bunch of different necklaces. Um, I broke mine. I usually have one, but just happened to not have one at the time. So I was like, all right, $5. Shoot, materials cost that much. So, and the last thing I got was this. This was the really cool find, and it says music box, hand carved, dual movements, music from the movie Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeves and Jane Seymour, filmed on Mackinac Island. Original cost of the movements was $75, and that's probably been years ago. And you can see them down there. It's 2 different songs. It's really neat to watch them move. Oops. So you can see it moving. Pretty neat little melody. And the other one is better, I think. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. How it's going over it. Drive my dog's nuts here. But it's got someone's initials on it, LLB, which, you know, probably doesn't make it worth as much, but I still think it's cool. It's a good melody. I've heard that before. But said $10, had it marked down to $8. That works for me. I'll put it in my booth for probably $40 at least. But the box itself is just really neat. Well made. But I thought it was a pretty good score for quick garage sales. I think it was $14.50 for all the items, and you know, not bad for a Friday garage sale. And there was rain all around, so it was kind of a you know, there was probably 5 or 6 people there while I was there, so I bet they had sold a bunch already. But grind on, friends.
Bye from Bluegrass Pickers. Stay tuned.